Yes.
Yes, all right, okay. Thanks. Okay, so let's continue. Uh, just now we stopped at question 3A. Okay, so I'm just now I've go through the questions, right? Planning to skip 3B because 3B is again uh find the five-figure summary, construct the box plots, lower inner fence, upper inner fence, outliers. Okay, we have done this in question 1 and question 2. And then later question 5 got these questions again. So we will skip these questions. Okay, you can refer to question 1, 2, or later question 5 we will we will redo it one more time. Okay, this box plots thing. Okay, so we'll continue with question C. Okay, find and interpret the approximate values of the 43 percentile. Okay, so we know that Q1 is 25 percentile, Q2 is 50, Q3 is 75 percentile. Okay, what if the question is asking for 43 percentile? So, okay, let's work on the answers. Question 3C. Okay, where is the first steps to find the 43 percentile? Okay, you can use the formulas Kn over 100. Okay, Kn over 100. Okay, let me open my. Okay, so right now K is referred to the percentile. Okay, to the percentile mentioned by the questions. So for 43 percentile, you substitute K equals to 43. Okay, 43. N is the sample size. Okay, so right now sample size is 30. Okay, divided by 100. So this is to find the locations of the 43 percentile. Okay, in your data set. The locations of your percentile in the data set. So the locations of the 43 percentile is 12.9. Okay, so we will round off to the nearest integers. So 43 percentile is located at the 13 values. Okay, the 13 values. So refer to your data. So remember, this is from top to bottom. Okay, the data is arranged from top to bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is the 13 values, right? So your 43 percentile is equal to 45. Okay, it's equals to 45. So what does it mean by this 45? Okay, question is also asking you to interpret, right? Okay, the 43 percentile is 45. Okay, but what does it tells you based on this value is 45? So this means that, okay, 43% of the what? Right now, this is the 30 students. So 43% of the students. Okay, oh, this is a food expenditures, right? So 43% of the students spend less than, okay, less than $45 per week. Okay, so the food expenditures for the students, okay, 43% of them spend less than $45. Okay, so it's just like let's say, do we have our Q1? No, we don't calculate. Okay, let's say, for example, okay, just an example. If our Q1 is 30, okay, $30 lah. Okay, which means okay, the Q1 is our 25 percentile, right? Okay, which means 25% of the students spend less than $30 per week, okay, on the food. Okay, it's just like median. Median means 50% spend, 50% of the students spend less than the median amount. So let's say your median is 60. So which means 50% of the students spend less than $60 per week. Okay, and then the other 50% spend more than $60. Okay, so the same for 43 percentile. Okay, 43% spend less than the values that you found. Okay, that's the meaning by this. Okay, how about question D? Interpret. Okay, find and interpret the percentile rank of 51. Okay, so in the values, you see there's one values 51, right? Okay, but what is the percentile rank for this? So to find the percentile rank of a certain values, first we need to find the number of values less than 51. Okay, how many values are there less than the values given here, which is 51? So uh, 18. Okay, so the first three columns, they are 18, 15 values already. So 15, 16, 17, 18. So there are 18 values less than 51. Okay, first find the number of values less than 51. Next, calculate the percentage. So take 18 divided by the sample size, 30 times 100. So what is the percentage that is less than 51? Okay, so 60. Okay, 60%. So the percentile rank for 51 is 60 percentile or 60%. Okay, but what does it mean by this? Which means you have 60% of the students, okay, spend less than $51 per week, okay, on food. Okay, that's the interpretations. Okay, so C and D looks there's some relationship, right? Okay, C is giving you the percentile rank. You need to find the values. And D is giving you the values. You need to work backwards to find the percentile. Okay, any questions? Okay, Kenna. Okay, question E. Using the Chebyshev theorems, find the interval that contain at least 85% of the data. Okay, so Chebyshev theorems tells us, okay, at least a certain percentage of the data lies between an interval. So we want to find the interval here. Okay, so at least 85%. So if you look at the formulas given, okay, there is one Chebyshev theorems formulas here. Okay, 1 minus 1 over k squared. So this is to find the percentage, and percentage is given already. So you need to work backwards here to find the k value. Okay, let's score it out. Okay, so the idea for the Chebyshev theorem is that okay, you have the sample mean, right? Okay, so you want to find these two values. Okay, this interval A and B, okay, such that 85% of your data lies between or within this interval. Okay, so you want to use Chebyshev theorems. And how do we find it? First, we want to find the K. What is the K? K is the distance away from the mean. Okay, so K is the distance away from the mean. So K is the, to be exact, K to be more exact, K is the number of times of the standard deviations. Okay, if let's say this is a sample data, right? Okay, so K times the sample standard deviations. Okay, so this is the distance away from the mean. Okay, and then how many times of the standard deviations away from the mean? Okay, so for these questions, we need to find the mean and the sample standard deviations. So for these questions, we only have the mean, okay, in part A. Okay, so let's use these questions. Let me show you how to use Excel, okay, to run the descriptive statistics lah. Okay, so please get ready with your Excel. Okay, get ready with your Excel. Please open up your Excel. Okay, key in all these values. Okay, let me copy to put it in the chat. See whether you can copy and paste it into Excel or not. Okay, you can get it from the chat. If not, then I'll give you 1 minute. You type it into your Excel. Okay, so type the data into the, okay, this 30 data into Excel first. Oh, okay, when you type it, right, please put it, sorry, I should have put it in the same column. Okay, so when you type it, put it in the same columns. So if you copy and paste from the chat, right, please move them or put it under all column A. Okay, under the same columns or same row. Okay, we can't have multiple columns or multiple rows when we run the analysis. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, so first, okay, later we use this data analysis tools. Okay, this data analysis tools, but I think most of you don't have it now because it's something that we have to add in to the Excel. Okay, how do we add in this? Okay, how to add in this? It depends on the versions that you are using and the operating system. Because right now I'm using Windows 10. Okay, and the version is not sure what is this version. And, okay, but anyway, okay, you try to go and look for your Excel options. So for my case, right, I will go to click on the file and then I click on more. I will have the option window pops up already. Okay, I repeat. Go to files for my versions. Okay, for my versions, I will have to click on more, then click options. Okay, try and look for this Excel options window. Okay, this Excel options. Okay, then click on the add-ins. Add-ins. Okay, you will see something like this. Okay, at the bottom, you see the manage. Okay, so when you click, there is a drop list, few things that you can choose. Choose the first one, Excel add-ins. Choose the first one, Excel add-ins already, and click on the button Go. You guys follow?
Yes.
Can, huh? So you must have this for your coming exam. Okay, so if anyone don't have this, then you can't run the regressions later. Okay, beside using this for descriptive statistics, we will also use for regressions analysis. Okay, click on Go. Okay, so you will have another new window pops up already. So for my side, I have 4 ads in. So make sure you tick the first one, Analysis Tool Pack. Okay, Analysis Tool Pack. Okay, make sure this one is ticked and press OK. Once you press OK, when you go to the data tabs on top, you should see the data analysis tools appear behind here. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Anyone can't follow or need me to repeat? Let me know now. If not, I will.
Can you repeat, please?
Which steps are you now in? Okay, do you manage to open your Excel options?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, once you see these Excel options, you may have a different layout. Okay, try to look for these adds in. Okay, in the bar on the at the left hand side here, adds in.
Got
Okay,
it.
look, manage Excel add in and click go. Okay, the top parts don't have to do anything. Okay, just add Excel, adds in, go. Okay, tick the first options, analysis tool pack, and okay. Then you should have the analysis tools ready.
Got it.
Okay. Everyone got it? Okay, so have you keyed your data into the Excel, the 30 data? Okay, let me demo for you. Okay, this is the question 3 data, right? Okay, click on the data analysis tools. Okay, you will see a lot of tools for you to use. Okay, the one that we use, it will be descriptive statistics. Okay, choose descriptive statistics. Okay. Then you will see this window, right? Input range. So this is the place where you will select all your 30 data. Okay, right now we are grouped by columns. Okay, we are putting under the same columns. If your data is in the same row, then you change to row. Okay, but now we are in columns. So in the input range, okay, you will have to select, okay, click and drag, select the 30 data. Okay, you will see a dotted line. Okay, click and drag, make sure it covers all the 30 data from A1 to A30. A1 to A30. So right now we don't have any labels in the first row. Okay, we don't have the variable name on top. So don't have to tick this one. Okay, the label in the first row, don't have to tick it. Okay, output options, where do you want to show your outputs? Normally I will show it, I will choose the first one. Okay, output range. Okay, which cell? Okay, where do you want to show the output? You can click on any cell you want. Okay, click on any cell to display the output. Okay, any cell you want. Then below that, there are 4 boxes, right? Tick on the first box. Tick on the first box. We want the summary statistics. And then OK. Okay, once you click OK, you should see the summary output. Okay, so you expand it, you'll have something like this. So this summary output is similar to the question 4, which we will discuss it later, right? So are you able to get the same output as mine? Mean is 49.1. Anyone can't get it? So if you check with the answers in question A, okay, when we calculate the mean, yep, we got 49.1. So using this, yes?
Can you take it again? I missed the step about how to open the statistics.
Descriptive statistics, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have this data analysis tools already? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you click on this descriptive statistics. Okay, let me clear all this. Okay, make sure you have the 30 data. Okay, put it under the same columns. Okay, it doesn't have to be column A. It can be B, C, D, any columns you want. Okay, right now mine is under column A. So I click and drag. Okay, use your mouse, you click, okay, you don't let it go. Click and you pull it down. Okay, click your left side, the left click, okay, of the mouse. You click and then you pull it down. It will select the 30 data. So from A1 to A30. Okay, group by columns. Okay, labels in the first row, don't tick it. Okay, output range. Okay, for output range here, you could select any cell to display the outputs. Okay, let's say this time I choose F1. I want to display, I show it at F1. Okay, and then tick the summary statistics. Okay, only the first box will do. And click OK. How come I hear some sound? Yes, got any problems?
No.
Yes. Okay.
No problem, McKenna can get the same output as mine. Okay, so let's continue. So using this, you can actually double check the answers, okay, to check whether you got the correct mean. Okay, let's say 49.1. Ah, correct. Okay, same as the Excel. This is, remember, the descriptive statistics that you find is always for the sample data. So this is the sample mean. Okay, so this is the sample median, sample mode. So you can check with your first question A, 49.1, 47, 47. Correct. Okay. Yes. Okay, standard error, you can ignore it. Okay. How about standard deviations? Ah, okay. So this is the sample standard deviations. Okay, and then the sample variance. So if you calculate it manually using the formulas, like just now, question 1 and 2, you should get this value. Okay, so kurtosis, okay, you can ignore it. Aha, okay, and then the next one, skewness. Remember just now when I talk about the determine the skewness, the point number 4. Okay, the skewness value in the Excel output, this is the one. Okay, So right now, this value is positive 0.29. So where is the skewness of these distributions? Positively skewed, right? Skewed to the right because this value is positive. Okay, if it's negative, then negatively skewed. Okay, of course, we have the range, minimum, maximum. Okay, so how do we get the range? Range is maximum minus minimum. Okay, minimum, maximum is the smallest and largest value. Sum, this is the total x. So just now when we find the mean in part A, our sum is 1473. Correct? So same as this one. And then the last one count is the sample size, which is the n. So just now we take 1473 divide by 30, we got 49.1, which is the same as this one, the one that we got it from the Excel. Okay, any questions about this output? So okay, you can use this to double check your answers, okay, or maybe some maybe you just need the answers, you can use the Excel to help you. So for example, for these questions, okay, for question E, because we need the standard deviations, okay, we need the S, okay, the sample standard deviations. So of course, you will have to use the formulas. Okay, show the workings, how you get it. Okay, after you calculate total x squared. So based on the output, straight away get 16.45. Okay, 16.45. But when you do it in your exam, please show the full workings. Refer back to question 2 and question 1 and 2. Okay, on how we get the standard deviations or the variance here. Okay, so this is a shortcut way only. Okay, on how we get the standard deviations. Okay, without the workings. Okay, you can use this to double check your answers. Okay, or if questions asking for variance, then you take this 270.51. Okay, so once you got your standard deviations already, okay, back to this question. With the workings. No, okay, very easy, right? Okay, just select the data, then you will straight come out the outputs ready. Okay, so you want to find the interval that contain at least 85% of the data. So, okay, there are 3 steps, I think. Yeah, there are 3 steps. So first, you have to work backwards. Okay, just now I showed you the Chebyshev theorem's formulas, right? 1 minus 1 over k squared, okay, is to find the percentage, okay, using the Chebyshev theorems, and then percentage is given to you already, 0.85% or equals to 0.85. So you need to work backwards. Okay, step 1 is you let the formulas equals to the percentage given, right? Okay, work backwards to find the k value. Okay, so you have what? 1 minus 0.85. So this is to you have to do some adjustment to the equations. Okay, so just move it around. You have 0.15 equals to this. So back to your maths, huh? I hope you know how to solve these equations. Okay, so you have to use your calculator. Okay, k will be equal to square root. Okay, we only take the positive values. Okay, we only take the positive values we do. So here, okay, I got k equals to 2.58. Okay, this is step 1. Okay, next steps. Okay, step 2 is to find the intervals already. Okay, now you got 2.58. So that means the interval is 2.58 times the standard deviations away from the mean in the middle. So the interval, it will be equals to the sample mean minus k times sample standard deviations, and then sample mean plus k times the sample standard deviations. So we got your sample standard deviation, sorry, sample mean is 49.1. Okay, minus k times s. S is 14.45. Okay, and then the upper limits. Okay, this is the lower limits, and then we're gonna find the upper limits. Okay, solve this. Okay, then you will get your intervals already. Okay, around, okay, if I round off to 2 decimals, then you'll be 6.66. And 1. Okay, so what it means here is 85% of your data will lies between, okay, it will lies between 6.66 and 91.54. Okay, so 85 of the data, or 85% of the students will spend between $6.66 and $91.54. Okay, there are 2 steps to find the interval when you are given the percentage. You guys follow?
Yes.
Can, okay. Question F then. Okay, question F, using Chebyshev theorem, how many percent of the weekly food expenditures are between 16.2 and $82? Okay, so you see there's a relationship, some relationship between E and F already. Okay, both are using Chebyshev theorems. E is, it tells you the percentage. You need to find an interval. F is, you're given the interval. You want to work backwards and find the percentage. Okay. So remember this formula, 1 minus 1 over k squared is to find the percentage. So in question E, you are given the percentage already. So we need to find the k, and then we find the interval. So how if interval is given, you want to find the k? Sorry, you want to find a percentage. So there will be 3 steps. So let's illustrate this using the graph. Okay, I think I draw it too big already. So for this one, what it means that, okay, you have your mean right now is 49.1. Okay, and then the interval given to you is 16.2 and $82. So how many percent of the students have the food expenditures between 16.2 and $82? Okay, what percentage? So, okay, the first thing is First step, number 1. Okay, find the distance. Okay, so the distance to the left and to the right from the sample mean is always the same, fixed already. Okay, so find the distance or the difference. The difference, take the largest value minus a smaller value. So 82 minus 49.1, you got 32.9. Okay, or you could take 49.1 minus 16.2. Okay, you should get the same difference. Okay, step 2. Okay, we know that the difference is now 32.9. But this is equals to how many k times standard deviations? We need to know the k value. How many times of standard deviations away from the mean in the middle? Okay, so to find the k, we will take the difference divided by the sample standard deviations. So take 32.9 divided by the sample standard deviations is 16.45. So you got 2, which means okay, this intervals is 2 standard deviations away from the mean. 2 standard deviations away from the mean. Okay, you get what I mean, huh? Okay. Next, step 3. Substitute into the formulas 1 minus 1 over k squared. K is equals to 2. So you'll get 0.75. Okay, or you can convert. Okay, question asking for percentage, right? Then you convert, you times 100. So you got 75%. Okay, so to answer back the questions, how many percent of students or weekly food expenditures are within the interval? At least 75%. Yes, someone has questions for me? Because I hear someone unmute the mics. Do you have questions for me? Okay, please check your mic. Maybe some of you have accidentally unmute the mic. If you have accidentally unmute your mic, please mute it back if you have no questions. So at least 35% of the weekly food expenditures are within, okay? So this is a copy from the questions here, are within 16.2 and $82. Okay. Okay, any questions?
No.
No, huh? Okay. Okay, I'll give you around some time. Okay, go through the workings, copy down your answers. Then we'll move on to question 4. Do you have questions for me, these students?
Sure, I wanted to ask you one question.
Yes.
The question D.
Question B, yeah.
Yeah.
B, boy. Okay, what's your question?
Yeah, I count the rank of 51. This is the 19. It's not 15 step.
Sorry, which questions? B, B or D?
D.
D, okay, donkey.
Yeah,
D, this one. Oh, it's 19, it's not 18.
I think this 19.
There are 18 values less than, there are 18 values, right?
We should include 51 or not include this one.
Oh, we don't include 51. We don't include 51. Less than, yeah, we don't include.
Yeah, okay, teacher.
Okay, so this one, huh? Okay, any other questions? These students. Okay, I'll move on to question 4. Okay, right. Okay, you guys read the questions here. I would like to study the distributions of the monthly sales pattern for product X. So he has selected a random sample of 30 outlets and recorded their monthly sales in $1 million. And then this is the summary output from the Excel. Okay, but then there are a few missing values here, A, B, C, D. Okay, so later we are going to find all these missing values. Okay, so question A, what are the values of the missing values A, B, C, D? What are the values for the A, B, and C? Okay, A is the sample variance. Okay, how do we get this sample variance? For example, how do we get this? Okay, because you don't have the ungrouped data given, right? Okay, so you don't have the 30 data. You can't find the total x square, right? So what we do here is we square the standard deviations, because we know that s square sample variance is you take the sample standard deviations, you square it. Okay, so to find the A values, you square 15.56. Sorry, 15.06, square it. Then you got the answers right. How about B? Range. Yeah, so range is another values that we can calculate using the minimum and maximum values. So just now I mentioned the formula for range is maximum minus minimum. So 52 minus 3. Okay, that is a range already. How about the sum? Sum is the total x, yeah? How do we get the total x? Based on these questions, any idea? Okay, we can make use of the
I will use min times 30, right?
Yes. Okay, very good. Okay, so we know that the mean is the sum or the total x divided by the sample size, right? So to get the sum, we will take the mean times 30. Okay, times 30 in this case, which is the count. So mean is, okay, let's write down the formulas first in case, times the count, okay, or the sample size. So 29.77 times 30. Okay, so you guys press your calculator, find what is the answers for C. Okay. Okay, question B. Find the values of the three measures of central tendency and interpret their meanings. Okay, so whenever you see measures of central tendency, it always refers to the three measurements, mean, median, and mode. So because you're given the output, okay, so you can straight away extract the values out and do the interpretations. Okay, so just mentions where is the mean, 29.77, median, 32. Okay, and then the mode, it's 35. Okay, how do you interpret these three values? Okay, you guys have to read the questions again, understand what is all these about. Okay, what is the case scenarios for these questions? This is about the monthly sales of a 30 outlets. Okay, this is the monthly sales of 30 outlets for product X. And then it is measured in $1,000,000. So the mean here, 29.77, is actually $29.77 million here. Okay. So to interpret these, again, you can refer to the previous questions. Okay, get the idea how to interpret it. Okay, which means if, okay, because this is about the monthly sales, right? So if the monthly sales of the 30 outlets or the outlets, okay, are the same. Okay, if the monthly sales for all the 30 outlets are the same, each outlet has monthly sales of $29.77 million. Okay, so if each and every outlet are having the same monthly sales, then each of them has a monthly sales of $29.77 million. Okay, so for interpretations, you can always read it in your own way. Okay, so as long as their meanings are similar. Okay, this is not like formulas. There's only one way to write it. No. Okay, so it depends on your preference or ways of writing the sentence. Okay, so this is for mean. How about median? Okay, so just now median, I told that is the center of the data. So it is located at the 50 percentile, right? So you would say 50% of the 30 outlets, okay, have monthly sales less than your median, which is $32 million. Okay, and then you have the other half. Okay, have monthly sales, okay, more than $32 million. Okay. Okay, mode. Okay, mode is the outlet. Sorry, is the highest frequency of the monthly sales with the highest frequency, which means most of the outlets have monthly sales of $35 million. Okay, most of the outlets have monthly sales of $35 million. Okay, question C then. Okay, from the summary statistics, is the value D positive or negative? Okay, justify your answer. So this is asking about D, this one, skewness value. Should skewness value positive or negative, and why? What's your answer for this? Positive or negative? What do you think? Should this value be positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, because
I think because the mean is smaller than median and median is smaller than mode.
yes, exactly. Okay, so I've told you this the four ways to determine the skewness, right? Yes. Okay, this is the first way. So D is negative. Okay, because question is asking you to justify the answers. Okay, it's negative because okay, mean is smaller than median, smaller than mode. Okay, so just okay, write in a shortcut way. So just write thing like this lah. Good enough already. Okay, so don't mention anything about the histogram lah, right? Stem and leaf, box plots. Okay, you don't have all this in for these questions. Okay, so answer based on the whatever informations you have. Okay, you don't have histogram, you don't say that, oh, the left tail is longer in the histogram, but you don't have histogram here, right? Unless you manage to draw the graph. Okay, question D. Okay, compute the interval sample mean plus minus 1.5 times the standard deviations. Okay, D. Find the interval 1.5 standard deviations away from your mean. So let's illustrate this graph. What the question is asking is mean is 29.77, right? Okay, what is the A and B value? Okay, that is 1.5 standard deviations away from the mean. Looks very familiar, right? With the previous questions, the Chebyshev theorems. Okay. So, but the K is given to you already. The K is 1.5 here. So question straight away asks you to find the interval. Okay. So just substitute the values inside. 1.5. What is the sample standard deviations? 15.06. So when you write interval, okay, smaller values is always on the left, yeah? Okay, smaller values is always at the left. So you minus first for the left, for the first value, then you plus. Okay, so this is the interval. Okay, so question E, giving the reason for the rule used, how many percent of the money sales are expected within 7.18 and 52.36? So this is actually the same questions as question 3F. Okay, this is the same as question 3F, yeah? Okay, but question doesn't tells you what rules to use. Okay, so you have to tell, okay, what rules that you use and why, and then only you proceed with finding the percentage, okay, when the intervals are given. Okay, so let's work on it. So what rules do we use? Okay, so as I said, it's same as question F. Okay, we will use the Chebyshev theorems. Okay, the Chebyshev theorems. Why do we use Chebyshev theorems? Because data is not normally distributed, or you can say data is negatively skewed. How do I know negatively skewed? Just now in question C, you say that the D value is negative. D is the skewness, huh? So you say it is negative already. So the data is not normal, and because it is not normal, we will use Chebyshev theorems. Okay, so how if it's normal? Okay, if it's normal, if data is normal, we will use empirical rules. Yeah, okay, please refer to the chapter 3 lecture slides. Okay, it is mentioned there. Okay, we have two rules, one for any distributions, one for normal distributions. If it's normal, then we use empirical rules. If it's any other distributions, we will apply Chebyshev theorems. So Chebyshev theorems, we will use 1 minus 1 over k squared. But again, we want to find the k value. Okay. So here, do we need to find the k? Actually, if you refer to question D, okay, 7.58 and 52.36. Okay, so question D, we actually already found the answers. Okay, D, we found the interval 7.18 and 52.36. This is actually the interval given in question E. So where is the K value in this case? The K value is 1.5. Okay, so we don't have to go and find the difference. Like question F, we don't have to find the difference and then find the K again. Because if you look at question D, okay, we already know that these two values, they are 1.5 standard deviations away from the mean in the middle. They are 1.5 away. 1.5 standard deviations away. So K is the 1.5 here. So we will substitute into the formulas. K1 minus 1 over K squared. Okay, these formulas, remember, is to find the percentage. Okay, when you're given an interval. So questions give you the interval already. And if you refer to question D, we know that K is 1.5. So let's okay, answers that I got here 0.5556. Okay, so here I will use 4 decimals. Why? Because later when we convert to percentage, then you'll have 2 decimals. Okay, convert to percentage, you times 100. 55.56%. At least I got 2 decimals behind when after convert to percentage. Okay, so that means at least 55.56% of the monthly sales are between the values given, are within the interval. Okay, at least 55.56%. Okay, you guys can follow?
Yes.
Can, huh? Right, question F. Another product has a distribution with a monthly sales of $27.25 million. Okay, and standard deviation is $2.38 million. Compute the coefficients of variations of these two products and compare their variability. Okay, so this one, compute the coefficients of variations. Okay, you can find the formulas in the formula sheets. Okay, in the last few pages here, coefficients of variations. Okay, so there are 2 formulas, one for populations, one for sample data. So right now, this is a sample data, so we use the second formula. Actually, they are the same. Okay, take the standard deviations, divide by the mean times 100%. So look back at these questions here. Okay, so what is the use of these coefficients of variations? This is to compare variabilities of 2 data or 2 products. Okay, to compare their variability. Okay, let's calculate the coefficients of variation first. Okay, coefficients variations for product X. Okay, based on the output, standard deviations divided by the mean times 100%. Okay, calculate the coefficients variations for product Y as well, based on the informations given. Mean is 2.38, then 27.25. Okay, so let's calculate out this answer. Okay, for product X, the coefficients of variations are 50.59. Oh, quite high. Okay, oh, product Y is just 8.73%, yeah. Okay, very huge difference. Okay, so how do you comment on their variability? How do you comment on their variability? Which one is higher? CV for product X is higher, right? So let's write down the general rule first. Okay, when the CV is higher, the variability, it also has a higher variability. Okay, what is this variability? That means your data is spread very wide. Okay, so the range, the minimum and maximum values is very huge. different. There is a very huge difference between minimum and maximum. Okay, the data on average is spread very wide away from the mean. Okay, so high variations. Okay, that means when we talk about the consistency, how consistent is your data? When you have a high variability, it has a low consistency. So that means your values, it does not repeat itself that much. Okay, when you have a coefficients, high coefficients of variations. Okay, so let's answer these questions. So I would say, as product X has higher CV or higher coefficients of variations, therefore variability lower consistency. So if you don't understand this, okay, maybe I'll illustrate this here. Let's say product X. Okay, for example, product X. Okay, this is the monthly sales. Okay, for product X for product Y. So when I talk about higher variability, means maybe product X. Okay, the monthly sales, let's say it has maybe 8.5, 10.2, 11.5, maybe until 30.5, even until 50.7, let's say. But for product Y, okay, because it has a much lower coefficients of variations, okay, much lower. So the mean, you see the mean, the mean for product X is 29.77. The mean for product Y is also 27 something. Okay, maybe so around, so, but it has a much lower coefficients of variance. That means maybe the data for product Y, maybe it could be 20.5, 22.7, 35.8, maybe 30.1, 30.2. So what you can see here is that, okay, you compare the product X and product Y data, X, okay, has a much wider range, okay, as compared to Y. Okay, so Y is more consistent. Okay, Y is more consistent. Okay, any questions? Any questions? No? Okay, so we have around 1 more hour. Okay, let's take a break lah. Okay, let's take a 10 minutes break. Okay, then after the break, we will finish question 5 and 6. Then we will call it a day. And then question 7, we will continue tomorrow. Okay, I believe you have learned a lot today already. Okay, so we'll take a break. We'll come back at 2, your time is 2, come back at 2:20. Okay, we're not time. Let's take a 10 minutes break.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
see you guys. Yes.
Where I can watch again record in the morning.
The recording I will share all in the LMS course page. I will share it later inside this course page. All the recordings. Okay.
And can you share the note file for me to see?
Yes, someone requested just now also. Yes, I will also share it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, if you have missed the morning sessions, don't worry, I will share the recordings later. Okay, so let's take a break. I'll see you guys later. Okay, we shall continue. Is everyone back? Are you guys ready? Okay. So any questions before we move on to question 5? Okay, no problems, huh? Okay. So look at question number 5. You're given a stamp, sorry, a stamp and leaf display for the daily spending of a group of 35 adults. So calculate the mean, median, Q1, and Q3. Okay, so this one, you have 35 adults. Okay, okay, let's work on the answers. Okay, here, okay, let's write this up here. 5. Okay, so to find the mean, then you will have to add up all the 35 values. So what are the 35 values? Based on a stamp and leaf, you have 11, 12, 22, 23, 27. So I'm not going to list out all of them until the last value, 72, 73. So you add up these 35 values, okay, and then divide by 35. Has anyone done these questions? Where is your total X? Can you tell me what is your answers? Anyone has done these questions? No. No? Nobody has solved these questions? If not, then you guys do it later lah. Okay, as long as you understand how to do it, then later you do it. Okay, so add up all these 35 values to get the total X, then substitute into the mean formula. Okay, you got a mean already. Okay, next is to find the median. Okay, median, apply the formulas for median first. So n plus 1 divided by 2 to find the locations of your median positions. So the positions is 18. So you have to count one by one. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is the 18 values. So your median is 37. Okay. So how many values, sorry, how many values are there before your median and after your median? Okay, so 37, right? Then yeah, 41, 42. So they are, okay, this is the median Q2 already. So before the median, they are 17 values. And then they are also 17 values after the median. So to find your Q1, okay, Q1 will be the middle values of the first 17 values. Okay. So you can apply the same formulas, but n please change to 17. Okay, because we are only looking at the 17 values. So Q1, it will be the 9 values. Okay, the 9 values in the first 17, which means from 11 to 36. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9 values. Okay, so your Q1 is equals to 29. How about Q3? Q3 is also the 9 values, but the 9 values in the last 17 values, this one. From 41 to 73, they are 17 values, right? Q3 is located in the middle, which is the 9 values. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is this one. Okay, this is the 9 values of the last 17 values. Okay, which is equals to 53. 53. Okay, can follow this one? Okay, so using 5-figure summary, construct the box plots. Okay, this one. Okay, you have the Q1, Q2, and Q3 already, right? Where is your mean and maximum? Mean is 11. Maximum is 73. Okay, so let's write down the Q1, Q2, and Q3 again. Okay, these are the 5-figure summaries. Okay, so construct the box plots. First, you may want to see whether there is any outliers. So calculate the lower inner fence. Okay, so I don't repeat the formulas anymore. You can refer to the first 2 questions. We have done it. And this is the 3rd time I'm doing it already. Okay, let's see if there is any outliers. Okay, so lower inner fence is 5. Upper inner fence is 79. 77. Oh. Okay, so all the values, all the values are between 5 and 77. Okay, so since all the data are within the 2 fences, there is no outliers. Okay, so you can proceed to construct the box plots. The measurement scale first. Okay, then draw the vertical lines, form the box for Q1, Q2, Q3. Q3, yeah. Okay, so label the values below the box. Okay, then draw the whisker until the minimum and maximum. Okay, that's it. Very fast, right? Okay, given 3 reasons, is the distributions positive or negatively skewed? So should it be positive or negatively skewed for question 5? Okay, so based on mean, median.
Positive.
Positive, right? Yes, correct. Okay, the distribution is positively skewed or skewed to the right. Okay, because, okay, questions asking for 3 reasons, right? Okay, we can have 2 reasons from the box plots, right? Okay, 2 reasons from box plots. Q1, Q2, and Q3.
Excuse me, Charles.
Yes, yes.
I think you have some wrong in upper I friends. I think introverted rank is Q3 minus Q1 not Q2.
Ah, oh yeah, thanks. The lower inner upper inner fans are minus 37. Oh, then my answers, the fences are wrong. Okay, thanks for the corrections. Yeah, 53 minus 29. Okay, let me recalculate the answers. Yeah, minus 37. Okay, then in that case, my lower inner fans will be, it will be a negative values. Okay, doesn't matter. It's okay. This one, then 53 plus 36, 89. Okay, so the range is even wider now. Okay, negative 7 and 89. Okay, thanks. So our all the data are still between negative 7 and 89, right? So there's no outliers. Okay, there's no outliers. Huh? Okay, back to question C. Positively skewed, yes, because of what? First, we look at the box. The left box is smaller than the right box. Correct. So Q3 minus Q2. Or the right box is larger than the left box. Okay, it's positively skewed. And if you look at the whisker, okay, the length of the left whisker, okay, you take 29 minus 11, you got 18. And then the right whisker is actually slightly longer than the length. So here you would say right whisker is longer than the left whisker. Okay, and then what is the third reason? Third reason is based on the mean, median, and mode. Okay, mode is 29. But then has anyone calculated the mean? Where's the mean for these questions? Yeah, anyone got it already? Oh, if you don't okay, if you don't comment based on the mean, median, and modes, right? We can look at the shape of the histogram. Oh, sorry, not histogram. Stem and leaf. Okay. If you draw the shape of the base using the stem and leaf, you can see you have longer tail on the right side, isn't it? So yep, the third reason you can say right tail is longer in stem and leaf display. Okay. So what does it mean when you have a positively skewed data or skewed to the right? That means most of your data are quite big. Okay, as you can see here, most of your data are more than 30, more than 40. Okay, you have a lot of data, okay, around 40 something, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so that's why you will have a very large mean. I believe your mean is greater than 37, should be more than 37. Okay, so in this case, right, if you have calculated the mean and then your mode in this case is 29, yeah? So your fourth reason, maybe you can say mean is larger than median, larger than the modes. Okay, mode is 29 because finding the mode is easy. Okay, just look at the highest frequency and then there is the modes already. And A, in question A, you got a mean and a median. So just pick any three reasons. No? Pick any three reasons. Okay. Any questions?
It's clear.
When
All clear?
given three, that means we choose 3 or 4 to write out.
Yes, correct. Good, because question is asking for three reasons. So just write any three reasons. Okay, let's look at the question 6. Okay, the following data shows the courses enrolled by the 20 help students in 2018. So B refers to business, P refers to psychology, L refers to law, E refers to economics. Okay, construct a frequency distribution table for this categorical data and then calculate the relative frequency and percentage. Okay, so question 6. Okay, this is categorical data. Okay, how many categories here? B, P, L, and E. You have 4 categories. So when you construct the frequency distributions table, we need to have 2 columns. The first columns would be the variable. Here, because it's categorical, here we use the courses lah, okay, or the category. If it's numerical data, you will do it like question 2 just now. There. Okay, question 2E. Okay, frequency distribution table for numerical data, you have something like this. For the first 2 columns only. Okay, only the first 2 columns. Then this is also a frequency distribution table. Okay, for group data, for numerical group data. But if your variable is not in numbers, okay, then we have this. Okay, the class interval we change to category. And then the second column, we always have the frequency. Okay, so the course you have business, psychology, law, and economics. So you just count how many of them are they from business. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Psychology, 7, law, and last one, economics, 3. Okay, so as long as your total you got back 20, then it should be okay lah. Right. So this is the answer. Frequency distribution table. Okay, question 2. Calculate the relative frequency and percentage for all the categories. So if you have if you have questions like this, you can actually combine the answers with part 1. You just extend the table. Okay, extend the table and then maybe on top, you please label that this is the answers for part 2. Okay, so you add in 2 columns, you find the relative frequency and percentage. Okay, if you don't combine them into one, then you need to construct a separate tables. Okay, you construct you have to draw another new tables, right? So how to calculate the relative frequency? We take the frequency divided by the total frequency. Okay, so of course you don't have to show the workings in the table. You can just straight away press it in your calculator and then write down the answers will do. Okay, so your total relative frequency, relative frequency should get around 1. Okay, percentage. How to get a percentage? You take the relative frequency times 100%. Okay, easy as that. So get 30, 35, 20, and 50. So you get 100% in total. Okay, so what can we tell from here is that, okay, we have 30% of the students enroll into business course, 35% of the students enroll into psychology, 20% come from the law, and then economic students, they are only 15%. Okay. So this is for the question 6. Okay, let's look at question 7.
I want to ask.
Yes, what is the questions?
Actually, I don't understand what the difference of business major as economic majors. Maybe it's a low outlier question. You can answer me.
Oh, the difference between the business and economics.
Yes, I think this the same.
You think they are the same? Do you have economics course in UFM? No.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Business and economics, actually, they are very big different. Okay. Because in business, we can have subdivided into a few different majors. Like in health, we have majors in accounting, finance, marketing, international business. Okay, whereas economics, economics is just purely economics. Okay, so if you are studying business, I believe you have to study about accounting, some courses about finance, marketing. So you don't study, you only study little about economics, right? Okay, because in economics, they study a lot more about statistics. Okay, economics, you have to study more on the statistics. Okay, because you will have to study what are the factors affecting the economics issues okay, around the world. And then they also study about the time series. Okay, about the they also look at the trend. Okay, the trend where I think you will also learn it in finance a bit, right? Where you study the stock price. Stock price is also one of the time series data that we have. Yeah, but they will study, economic students will study more and in depth about this. Okay, so of course they will study something more advanced lah. Okay, about economics where supply and demand, you know about supply and demand, right? Okay, but the one that you learn in your year 2 or year 3 are the very basic one. Okay, they will have some more advanced thing. There will be more factors, maybe the tax, maybe all the rules and regulations. What are the things that affect the supply and demand, and the graph you gets more complicated already. Yeah, all these are not you don't study in business, right? Okay, business is more on the depends on your majors lah. Okay, so if you are from accounting, then you will study more on the balance sheets, how to yeah, balance sheets and financial statements, right? How to prepare all these reports, okay, to show the assets and the liability of a company, to show how good your company perform. Okay, this is what the economics students, they don't learn. So basically that's it lah.
Oh,
Which majors are you
okay.
from? Can I know?
What?
Which major are you from?
Excuse-
You're business students, right? But you're majoring in what?
Most of them are marketing major.
Marketing major. Oh, then you don't learn all these accounting and finance subjects that much already. You will learn, but that one is the basic one. Okay, you focus more on your marketing strategies, right? And all the theories and so on. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
touch much on the numbers already. Yeah, right. Mhm.
that's right.
So yeah, if you're interested, you can ask list, a lot of reports to prepare. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the difference lah. Okay. Okay, any other questions? So we will stop here for today. Okay, so whatever that is covered today, I will later share it in the course page. So don't worry if you have missed anything or you can't follow. Okay, you can take the time. Okay, after this class, you can go and revise it or what. So if you have any questions, we have class until Friday. Don't worry. So within these 4 days, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, anything that you want. Okay, any other questions? We will continue question 7 tomorrow. If you have time, please do the remaining questions. Tomorrow, I think we will cover the module 2. Let's see if you have time to cover module 3 or not. If not, then each day we will only cover one module. Okay, in total, we have 4 modules. Okay, each day we cover one module. That is good enough already. Okay, anything else you want to ask me?
How can we study good at statistics?
How do you study statistics?
Yeah, I think I need
How, okay, how do you study statistics?
I really
First,
struggle on this subject.
you are very weak in these subjects.
Yeah, big problem for me.
Ah, okay. Yeah, understand. I understand this statistics. It creates troubles to quite a number of students. How do you study it? I would say you really have to practice more because the formulas is fixed already. Okay, if you look at the last few pages, okay, formulas will never change, but you need to know which formula you use. Yeah. Okay. So, if you ask me now, because now you're going to find going to have final already. Okay, if you're asking me earlier, then I would say you practice more. If it's now, what you do is focus on those I've discussed. Okay, if you really want to pass, yeah. Okay, one thing is I don't test you on the theory parts, okay, for this, okay, for these subjects. So everything is handwritten calculations, draw, right? Okay, just very little. Okay, maybe on the interpretations part lah. Okay, interpretations part. Okay, you have something to write, but most of the questions requires you to calculate. So I would say the first module is actually the easiest, the descriptive statistics. Okay, the first module is actually the easiest where you only have a formulas, and then based on the formulas, you calculate it. So if you're really weak, you guys have the textbook, right? Actually, the textbook, if you read it, it actually helps a lot. Okay, it has a very detailed explanations. But if you have any part that you don't understand, I'll try to explain it to you. Okay, I'll try to explain it to you so that you can understand. So you take these 4 days and you go and read out and let me know if there's any part you don't understand. Yeah, then I'll spend some time to go through that parts. Okay, other than that, because statistics, there are 4 modules. 4 modules, it covers different areas. So you have to identify your weakness lah. It cannot be 4 modules are also very weak, right? Okay, if all the 4 modules you're very weak, then you try to look for which module you are the best in. Okay, you go and strengthen your strong parts. Okay, you think, oh, first chapters, okay, as compared to module 3 and 4, okay, your module 1 is the best. Okay, even though all are very weak, but if module 1 is the best one, then you go and focus more on module 1. Try to score as much as you can, okay, from module 1 instead of dividing all your focus on the 4 modules. Then all the 4 modules maybe just understand a bit only. Why not you can focus more on one module? Okay, you're very good in the module already, then only you move on to the next module. That's my suggestions. That if someone is telling me, oh, I'm very weak in all the 4 modules, everything, but then we have only like how many days? Like only 2.5 weeks more. If I ask you to study everything, then of course you may not have enough time now, unless you go and study every day, morning, night, maybe you still can catch up. So try to practice more and then strengthen on the parts that you're weak in. So someone just now asked me about the business and the econs, right? Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your advice.
Okay, no problem. So depends
I
on
want
you,
to
like
share.
if you want to share what?
Yeah.
Share your
Uh,
opinion.
yes.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Actually, I have watched the interview video on TikToks. So
Okay.
this video which suggests we have to study harder in the university, and a lot of interviewee told the statistics. Actually, I don't know why they answer about that. So I don't want to I don't want to miss any more about statistics. So I want to be harder.
Oh, okay. Thanks for your sharing. That's it, right? Okay, yeah, because everything in our daily life, we deals with statistics. If you notice, okay. So if you look at if you're working, you look at salary. Okay, if you are studying, you look at your CGPA, your mean, all this, right? It's actually descriptive statistics. So statistics is all in our life. If you notice, okay, we always deal with, we look at numbers, right? So statistics is the basic, I would say, the foundations of travel that we learn. Even if you study other subjects, you always start with year 1, or either you have studied maths or stats. If you build the logical thinking skills, right, in your mind, so you need to have these logical thinking skills in order to learn further, okay, to improve in other areas. Okay, do you have something do you have something to share with Us, no. So yeah, try to build your interest with the statistics. Okay, you don't need to know very advanced. Okay, maybe in module 4 when it comes to regressions, okay, that one is something that is more advanced really. But okay, maybe in the probability descriptive statistics, try to get the idea. Okay, it is helpful, I would say, in your daily life. Okay. Any others want to share your thoughts with the class? No.
Maybe no.
Sorry?
No, I have no question.
You have no questions? Okay, so shall we end here? Any other things? No? Okay, so we will meet again tomorrow 9 a.m. Vietnam time. Okay, 9 a.m. So we will have
On time.
yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Okay,
And
so
I just want to stop on time at lunchtime.
okay, sure.